Hey guys, Mike here. So Ark Invest and Cathie would make this $1 billion bet, and which is growing by the way on a daily basis, on one stock which she seems to be in love with, her and her team there. And it's, you know, they're so into this stock that 29 straight trading days they have absolutely bought it 22 times and then sold a minimal amount 7 times. Okay, but they haven't taken a single break from a single day. We'll get to see what they do today later on. But, you know, I can't remember a stock where they actually did it every single day like this for almost a full month. But they really love this stock. And so in this video, we're going to talk about what she's doing, why she's doing it, and then is this stock really worth, you know, all this attention she's giving it? We're going to find out. And so hopefully you get something out of this. Hit the like, subscribe button if you do. And if you want to go ahead and start trading some crypto, or especially this stock in general, you can go ahead and open an account with Webull by using the link in the description down there. You get a couple free stocks and we get free stocks. We appreciate your support at the channel, guys. And without further ado, let's just get into what this bet is. So guys, the stock she's betting huge on is Coinbase, right? Ticker symbol COIN, C-O-I-N. And, you know, if you look at where this thing started out at, obviously it's dropped from 400 off a cliff to around 214, the low. And if we look a little closer at this, you can see here, May 12th, it absolutely fell off a cliff and started trading this channel down all the way to 214 from around 300. And so that was painful to watch for folks. Then finally broke out of the channel. Now it's been trading sideways between 225 and 240 today. And we see a little closer, it actually broke out of that resistance level. And now it's trying to set it as a floor or a support level. We're going to see if it can actually hold that or not. We're going to need obviously a little more data than this right here today. If it can, there's a chance we move up. If it breaks back through, there's a chance we head back down, just continue to trade in that channel between the 225 and 240 level. We'll have to see on that. And so now let's get into what Cathie Woods has actually been doing with this stock, because she ain't playing around. So if you look at what Cathie Woods has been doing over the last 8 days, in ARK's fund, she has 3.173 million shares, around $715 million in market share there. And then if you look at ARKW, she has about 820,000 shares. And then you're looking at around an ARKF, another 460,000 shares, around 104 million as well. And just to show you what I'm talking about, her not playing around, you can see where she's basically been buying all the way down, right? You look at that right there, going from 265 to 224 just over the last 8 days. But if you look at ARK by itself, and we scroll down here, I mean, you can just see there's no breaks. As the price goes down, she buys more and more and more. And she kind of has to, because she got herself in a hurt lot where she started buying in at 328, then 342, and then of course it's just absolutely sold off ever since. But if we go to our friend at Tip Ranks, you'll see exactly why this stock is starting to move is because of Analyst Coverage. And it has a medium or average price target of $392, which is around a 62% upside from here as a 12-month, has a high of a $650 price target, which is just massive. But what got it really popping today was when JP Morgan came out with coverage with a $371 price target, and Goldman Sachs yesterday put coverage on it around $306 price target. And so that's what's got this thing going. But you can see here on the right, I mean, all these different price targets have come out in the last week. And so that's why you saw it pop today. And of course, why? Because those are the big hitters. You know, other analysts have come out and gave this thing price upgrades and everything else, and it really hadn't stabilized it. But as soon as they start to come out and talk about it, you say, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, okay, you know, they got clout, and all of a sudden it starts to move. And so obviously they see something in this to give it such high price targets. And so if we look at the financials are actually really good. I mean, they reported their first quarter. And so if you look right here, you got the balance sheet. And you can see, I mean, cash on hand as of March 31st was almost $2 billion. You know, you're looking at a total current assets of $8.672 billion. And so if we scroll down, you got total assets of $10.2 billion. If we take out the goodwill, you're looking around $7 billion. So goodwill is not even that big a factor in this one. And then we go down to liabilities, and you're looking at total current liabilities, 7.256, total liabilities, 7.344. And of course, you know, I always like to look at the total current assets. So we got more total current assets Then we do total liabilities, which means they're in pretty good position there, which I think is why everybody was really surprised when they took out more debt, which I'm going to get into in just a minute after we go over the income statement. And look at the income statement. You got revenue around $1.8 billion, which is nice to see. You know, operating expenses, $813 million. You end up with a net income of $771 million. And so that was in a way surprising to me, but it's kind of what they forecasted. And so when it comes to the debt they took out, a lot of analysts believe that they probably took the debt out, because they got such a cheap rate on it versus trying to gamble about what's going to happen to interest rates in the future and what that debt will cost them. And two, for expansion, for acquisitions, which they haven't denied, nor have they expanded on plans, but it would make sense. That's one of the quickest ways for them to grow since they're the biggest out there. And so, you know, the debt, when I saw them taking it out, I thought it was kind of weird with all the cash on hand, the revenue, but you know, that's just what it is. I'm sure they have plans for it. Now they have about, I guess that makes about $3 billion worth of cash on the balance sheet now. So they're sitting pretty there. And, you know, as far as Coinbase is concerned, obviously the biggest threat to them that everybody knows is they make the majority of the money off fees for trading, for transferring the crypto onto the platform, things of that nature. And so if one company or multiple companies came out like and pulled a Robinhood or a Webull and said no fees, well, obviously Coinbase would be scrambling, trying to figure out another way to try to make a lot of money, which most likely they probably do what Robinhood and them did and just start selling our transactions over to a market maker and make money that way. And so but we'll see. And so also, you know, one thing exciting, they're going to start bringing on, at least they've announced, start bringing on a lot more cryptocurrencies and try and get that done as fast as possible, because they see these, especially the smaller altcoins, are absolutely, you know, extremely popular, and they want people to trade right and left, right? Because people trade the heck out of those small altcoins so they can make a killing on that. And so obviously there's still a lot to be had here. Obviously Cathie Woods loves this play. And so, you know, we'll see what the second quarter brings. Still got to get through, you know, April, May, June, so June. And then we'll see probably late July, early August when they report the second quarter, you know, where they're at on that. And I didn't get into this, especially on the IPO. I was like, nope, sorry, too high. But now you're looking at it, it basically was cut in half, just about, really, what happened here. And so now it's looking more intriguing for a lot of people, because it is a lot cheaper. You see the revenue, you see the cash, and you know that second quarter is going to mean a lot. But now it's definitely on my radar. So, you know, I know, is it on your radar, or have you been in this play the whole time? And you know, it's one of those stocks, if you liked it at 350, 300, I mean, I assume you like it at 214 to 243. We'll see if it holds that level, because obviously seeing Cathie sell yesterday is a little interesting. Maybe she thinks it's going to come down some more, and I almost guarantee if it does, she's going to start buying. The stock is definitely on my radar for sure. And, you know, it's one of those things where it has a bright future. I think especially once it starts loading up a lot more of those small altcoins everybody's in love with, making that easier to get, because right now it's hard to get some of those. And, you know, that's going to create a lot of transaction fees for them, a lot of money. You know, another threat to them really also is going to be the SEC. Are they going to step in and start regulating crypto? That could absolutely have a big effect on them as well. I don't think anybody really wants to see that. Some people do. And I think there needs to be some regulation for sure, but they tend to come in and kind of over-regulate sometimes. But we'll see how that goes. I think more than anything, they just want the taxes, right? So that's what you're really going to see. But I think that's big for them. I mean, an acquisition would be huge for this company. It's another thing to look at, because I mean, with all that cash on hand, with the revenue they're bringing in, you know, the profits. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I just want to kind of at least bring it to your radar. Plus, with JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs starting to you know, initiate coverage on this stock, they obviously see something there, and so that helps out with legitimacy and things of that nature. So anyway, just want to let you know what they were doing, guys. If you hadn't already, hit that like, subscribe button for me, guys, if you got something out of it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.